What's up, everyone? Welcome to Flow with Erin. I'm Erin, and this is week 3 of the Yoga for Healthy Back series. Today's practice will focus primarily on upper back and posture. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me in a comfortable seat on your mat, and we will go ahead and get started. So starting out, I'm just sitting nice and easy here. Make sure the spine is nice and tall. And try to feel as tall as you can be while also feeling as relaxed as you can be. So make sure the shoulders are not shrugging up to the ears, nice and relaxed in the shoulder area. And feel your sit bones really grounded into the floor below you. And we're going to start out with some breath. So go ahead and take one hand, it doesn't matter which one, just down to your belly. We're going to take some big deep breaths in and out of the nose, and as you breathe, feel that area under your hand and your belly expanding and contracting. So breathing in, feeling that belly fill with air, and then breathing out as it comes back. Again, breathe in, exhale, feel the belly come back. And then go ahead and move your hand up just a little bit more, maybe closer to the ribs. And as you breathe in this time, feel that breath coming up into the rib area. So breathe in and then out. And notice how everything kind of lifts together. So breathing in again and out. Last time, we're going to go ahead and bring that same hand up to the heart area. And again, breathing in and then out. So feel that breath travel all the way up from the belly, up through the ribs, and up into the chest. And notice what's happening in the upper back here. So as your chest is kind of expanding and filling with air, notice what's happening in the back body. Good. Go ahead and return the hand. And we're going to do just a couple more breaths with the shoulders. So as you inhale, feel the shoulders coming slowly up and back, and exhale them down. So we're doing rolls with the shoulders backwards. Inhale up, exhale down and back. Really slow. Once you've done about 5 of those, reverse your circle. So inhale up and forward, exhale as your shoulders come down. Good, and come back to neutral. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to do some seated cat and cows. So on your inhale, the spine is long and the heart comes forward. You're kind of arching in the back. Exhale to round the back. Pull the belly button in and look down. Inhale for seated cow. Pressing the heart forward, feeling your shoulder blades tugging into each other in the back body. And then exhale to round the back. Contracting in the core. A few more of those. Inhale for cow. And then exhale for cat. Last one on each. Exhale to round. And then coming back to a neutral spine, sit up nice and tall. We're going to breathe the arms all the way up overhead, feeling a nice stretch. You can maybe stretch it up tall here. And then we're going to slowly bring the arms down, and your right arm is going to come just under the left as we twist and maybe grasp your hands together for eagle arms. And take some big deep breaths in, feeling that breath go into that upper back body. So feeling the shoulders really opening up here through the back body, and maybe play a little bit with your arms. So maybe reaching up, maybe curling down. Noticing what happens in the back body as you do this. ahead and unwind and reach it all the way up tall again. Maybe clasping the fingers and stretching up tall. Nice good morning stretch. And then as you bring the hand slowly down, the left elbow or left arm is going to come underneath the right for eagle arms on the other side. So breathe into that back body. Notice if anything feels different on this side than the other side. And then maybe play with lifting and lowering a little bit, just to see if you notice anything in the back. Good. Go ahead and unwind and reach it up one more time. Go ahead and stretch up if you'd like. And then bring the arms down. And we're going to take a little gentle twist. And since we're focusing on upper body today, I want you to really focus on like the upper body, so everything from the heart space and up, really twisting over. We'll twist everything. So as always, starting belly button, ribs, heart, and then head, but really focusing on what's happening in your upper body here. So take the left hand to the right knee. Your right hand comes just behind the back. And on your inhale, you want to sit up nice and tall, find some length in the spine. And then exhale, start to twist. Again, twisting all the way from the core up and noticing what's happening here in the upper body. And your gaze comes over your right shoulder. So inhale to find length. Exhale to twist. Good. And go ahead and unwind. Come back to center and we'll switch to the other side. So right hand comes to left knee. Left hand comes just behind the back for support. And find some length first. So always lengthen. Find a tall back here. On your inhale, you'll find length. And then exhale to twist everything over to the left. And your gaze comes over the left shoulder. Really feeling it in that upper back today. And with each exhale, try to twist just a teeny bit further. Good. Go ahead and unwind. And find that nice, comfortable, tall seat again. We're going to do a little bit of neck release. So as you inhale, you're going to drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Exhale to drop the chin down to the chest. Inhale, left ear comes to left shoulder. And then exhale again, chin to chest. So just continue to tilt back and forth here between the two shoulders with your breath, nice and slow. Feeling a nice release in the neck, which should help with the upper back as well. And I'll invite you, if it feels good for you today, to take a full rotation, just small full circle with the nose, trying not to like crunch or crank in anything. Take a couple full rotations one way, and then switch and go the other. Again, not overdoing it here, just gentle circles with the neck. And then next time you find your right ear over your right shoulder, just linger there, focusing on really bringing the shoulders down so you're relaxed in the shoulders, we're not crunching them up. And your right hand can come down, or you can go ahead and place that right hand over the left ear. And we're not tugging, but really just adding a little bit of extra weight here to just get a little bit of the deeper stretch in the left side of the neck. And breathe into that side. And then we're going to switch. So bring it back through center, and the left ear is going to come down to the left shoulder. And then if you'd like to add the hand for a little bit of support, you can. So So just a little bit of a deeper stretch by adding weight. We're not yanking here, just adding that hand for a little bit of extra weight. Good. And bring it back to center. And we're just going to, on our inhale, shrug the shoulders up really nice and tight. And then exhale, side out the mouth. Let everything come down. So we should feel nice and warmed up here. We're going to move into a tabletop position. So find your nice neutral tabletop. So wrists are directly below the shoulders. Knees come below the hips. Melt the heart down towards the mat, while also drawing the belly button into the spine. So a nice flat back tabletop here. No hunching in the shoulders, no dropping or arching in the belly, just neutral to start. And once you feel solid in that foundation, you can go ahead and move through some cat-cows with your breath. So inhale, the belly's going to drop and look forward for cow. And then exhale, you push through the mat with your hands, your back rounds, belly button draws in for cat. Inhale, belly drops, look forward for cow. And exhale, pushing through, rounding the back for cat. Do a few more of these with your own breath. It should feel nice and opening up in the spine. And just notice how you're feeling in the upper back in particular today. So as you go through cow, really opening up through that chest area as you look forward. And then as you round, really pushing through the hands and feeling that in the shoulders. A couple more of these. All right, and then after your next exhale, come back to neutral. I'm going to place my left hand kind of more towards the center of the mat, and your right hand is going to reach up tall. So feel your shoulder blades here kind of hugging towards each other as much as possible. Nice stretch here in the arms, the upper back. And then go ahead and thread it through just briefly, feeling the opposite. Open back up. Exhale to thread. Open back up. Exhale, thread it through. Last one, we're going to go ahead and thread the needle all the way down. So after you open, you'll thread your shoulder through all the way to the ground. And your cheek comes down to the mat. You can kind of stretch your left hand forward a little bit if that's helpful. And you really want to feel your shoulders pulling away from each other. So nice opening shoulder stretch in the back here. And on your exhales, try to see if you can melt even more. If you feel any tension in this stretch, see if you can melt any more into your mat. Letting go of any upper back tension that you're feeling today. Good. And after a few nice deep breaths here, using the strength in your left hand, go ahead and push it back up to a tabletop, and we're going to switch to the other side. So finding that nice neutral again. I like to bring my right hand just in a little bit closer to center here as I reach the left hand all the way up. Nice big stretch here to start. And then exhale, bring it through. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to bring it through. Inhale, we reach, opening up in those shoulders. And then on this last one, we'll bring it all the way through. Your shoulder and your left cheek come down to the mat. Maybe reaching your right hand forward a little bit and just melting in while threading the needle here. So notice if anything's different on this side. Again, you really should feel those shoulder blades pulling away from each other. So really melting into the floor. If you feel any tension, try to let that go with each exhale. Good. And bring it back up to center, back through a neutral tabletop again. We're going to do some bird dogs. We've done these a couple times already, so we're going to go through them a little more quickly, less slow and controlled movement than before. So starting with your right arm forward and your left leg back, find your foundation first. So make sure your weight is evenly distributed between both sides and your core is engaged, so belly button is drawing in. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and lift. And on our inhale, we'll reach forward with the right hand and back with the left leg. Exhale to crunch the elbow and the knee together, rounding the back. So inhale to lengthen, and exhale to crunch. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen. Crunch. Last one on this side, we lengthen and crunch it in. And then go ahead and bring it back to neutral, and we will get ready to switch sides right away. So left hand comes forward, right foot comes back, finding that even weight distribution with the core engagement here first before we lift off of the mat. And inhale, really feel the left fingertips reaching towards the opposite wall, right foot pressing back. Exhale to crunch the left elbow and the right knee together. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale to crunch. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Crunch. Last one on this side, lengthen. And then crunch it in. And go ahead and bring it back down to neutral. And then we're going to head into a puppy pose. So a gentle heart opener to really stretch in that upper back. So the way we'll do this, we'll keep the hips lifted high here and just walk the hands forward, melting the chest and the heart space down into the mat. You can wag your tail if you want. This feels really good in the arms, the shoulders, upper back should all feel open here as you melt the heart down into the mat. Good. After a few deep breaths here, go ahead and walk it back on up. And we're going to just do some low lunges. So finding your tabletop, we'll lift the right leg just enough to bring the right foot up in between the hands. And we've done these before as well, so remember, find your foundation first for your lunge. So your legs are hugging together, your core is engaged, and really strong in those legs, so you can go ahead and rise up here. So if your hands are still down for support, you shouldn't be clenching into the fingertips. They really should just be there for support. And then when you're ready, go ahead and rise all the way up with the arms, and then we're going to cactus the arms. So really big heart opener. Feel your shoulders just squeezing in towards each other here and opening up in the chest. So you're engaging muscles that help support posture here while keeping a strong core, which helps support in the back as well. A couple more deep breaths on this side. All right, go ahead and bring your cactus arms together, so hands to heart center. We're going to just take a really gentle twist here, so your left elbow comes just outside the right knee, and twist it all the way on over, looking over your right shoulder. Keeping that core engaged for support and stability here. Good, and then come back to center, and we're going to switch to the other side. So bring the right foot back, find that tabletop, and then lift the left leg just enough to bring the left foot all the way up and in between the hands, and find your low lunge first. So strong in the legs, hugging into midline. Using your core for support. When you're ready, rise the arms all the way up high, and then cactus the arms, feeling the shoulder blades hugging in towards each other. Take a few deep breaths in and out here. Feeling that heart opener with a strong foundation to support below. Good. And go ahead and bring the hands to heart center and take a quick twist on this side. So right elbow comes just outside the left knee, engaging in your core and twisting all the way over. Left gaze goes over left shoulder. Good. You go ahead and come back to tabletop. I'm going to flip around so you can see me a little bit better. So back in tabletop. And from here, we're just going to slide down to the belly and find our Sphinx pose. So same as we've done before, make sure that your hands are open wide here. You have about a 90-degree angle in the elbows. But this time I really want you to focus on the upper back. So bringing those shoulders down and away from the ears and hugging those shoulder blades into each other. Take a few deep breaths in and out here. And then once we found this foundation, we're going to do a few baby cobra lifts. So kind of keeping light in the hands. We are going to use the hands to press, but I want you to focus more on engaging and lifting in the upper back. On your inhale, we're going to go ahead and lift just as far as you'd like. It can be a baby cobra. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift. Again, keeping those shoulders down and the shoulder blades hugging into each other. Exhale to lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Take a deep breath and notice how you feel here. Good. And then bring the hands back to airplane arms here. And we're going to do some locust pose lifts. And this is going to help strengthen the entire posterior chain, but I want you to focus primarily on the areas that we've been looking at already today. So noticing what happens in the upper back. So go ahead and lift everything that you can up off the ground. So chest, arms, legs. This doesn't have to be your highest lift of the day. We'll do it a couple more times. So just lifting up and noticing. See if you can bring the shoulders down away from the ears and hug those shoulder blades in. Good. Exhale and release it all down to the mat. Right cheek comes down to rest. Take a couple deep breaths in and out before we do it again. On your next breath, go ahead and lift everything up, maybe lifting a little bit higher this time than you did the last time. Noticing on engaging in that core, pulling those shoulders down and back towards each other. Couple deep breaths in and out here. If you're finding it difficult to breathe, maybe come down a little bit. So come back out of the pose a little bit. Maybe don't lift as high if you're holding your breath to keep it that way. And then exhale, release everything down. Maybe left ear comes down to the mat now. Notice what you're feeling in the body. And get prepared to do that one more time. Last time, go ahead and lift everything up the highest that you have yet. Everything that can come up off the mat from here comes up and belly button comes in, so really activating in the core for support. And then go ahead, relax everything down, maybe create a little pillow with your hands for your forehead to rest. And just breathe deeply here. When you're ready, however you would like to, go ahead and make your way to your back. So rolling over. And if you have anything for support here, I have a little block. If you have a bolster or even a rolled up blanket, you can use those props as well. If you don't have those things, I'm going to encourage you to kind of cradle the shoulder blades up and under. Here, we're going to do a little bit of a heart opener with some support. So if you do have a prop, a block, it's going to go right in between the shoulder blades here. So you'll lay back on it, and the arms will come out long. A little too high. Arms will just come out on the sides and really open up in your chest here. And take some big, deep breaths in and out, feeling that opening in the back, the chest. Again, if you don't have any props, just kind of cradle your shoulder blades up and under in your whatever position that you're lying flat here. But if you do have something you can elevate, it's really helpful to open up in the chest. Couple more deep breaths in and out here. Good, and then go ahead and remove that block or any props that you may be using. And come back down to laying on the ground. We're going to put the feet on the floor so your knees are bent. And go ahead and extend that right leg up, and we're going to cross that right ankle over the left knee. We're going to get a little bit of lower back today. I know we have an upper back focus, but a little bit of lower back with this reclined figure four. And this may be enough for you to get that stretch in the hips, that little opening. But if you'd like, you can go ahead and interlace the fingers and pull that left leg in. Really feel like both of your feet are pushing against the wall here. So your right foot is pushing against the side wall, left against the back, and your right knee is kind of drawing away from you. So you can use your right elbow to push it a little bit as you draw that left leg in and feel that nice stretch. I feel it in the glutes here. Good. And then go ahead and put the left foot back down, but we're going to keep the right leg crossed over, and we're just going to continue to cross it all the way over until the right foot comes down to the ground, and twist all the way over to the side till the legs drop. A little twist here. If you'd like to take it a little bit deeper for a little bit more relief in the spine, you can open the right hand up to the side and look at the right fingers. Go ahead and bring it back up. Put your right foot down to meet the left, and then go ahead and stretch the left leg up first, and then cross that left ankle over the right knee. And if you'd like to go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the right leg and pull the right leg in towards the body, you'll really feel that opening up in the hips, that stretch here. Again, you can use that left elbow to kind of push that left knee away while still pulling in on the right leg and pushing both feet like they're touching the wall. Big deep breaths in and out. And when you're complete, put the right foot down. Continue to let the left leg come all the way over into a twist. And open up in that left side, maybe looking at the left fingers. This should feel really good on the spine. All right, go ahead and bring it back to center. We're going to make way to corpse pose. So if there's anything else you'd like to do before we hit that, maybe pulling the knees in and rocking, even grasping the toes for a happy baby if you'd like. Finish up whatever you'd like here before you extend the legs out long. Just letting them rest heavy, and the arms as well, resting either somewhere comfortably on the body or down at the sides, and releasing any tension. So especially in that back, that upper back area, make sure you're not feeling any tension in the shoulders. If you're feeling anything going on, just readjust and let it melt away into the ground. Even the lower back, we didn't do as much, but check in with the hips. Everything is really nice and loose and just relaxed into the ground. Deep breaths in and out. I recommend 10 minutes of Shavasana a day, so if you'd like to go ahead and stop or pause the video here and take some extra moments to rest, you can. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and roll over and press up to a seat one more time to close out our practice. So joining me in a nice comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. One more time, shoulders relaxing down. Spine is as tall as it can be while feeling as relaxed as you can be. Just take a really deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. And just notice how you're feeling. Hopefully a little bit looser and lighter. Less tension in the upper body. And hopefully more relaxed. So with that, we'll do one last reach up tall. Grasping some energy between the hands and bringing them down to your heart center. Thank yourselves for doing this practice today and giving yourself that love and care that your back needs. And I'll invite you to join me for number 4, which will focus on the lower body. So if you liked this one, even it out with the lower body next week. Go ahead and tilt the chin down, smiling at your hands, thanking yourself again. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to guide your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. I'll see you next time.